allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, can you call roll, please?
Yes. Alderman Solberg.
Here.
Wilson. Here. Mattingly.
Here.
Schubert. Here. Richard.
Here.
Franklin.
Here.
All present.
Okay, thank you. All right, first of all, welcome everybody and welcome those that are at home watching us for the first time via live stream. I think we're on YouTube tonight, so we hope this goes well. All right, first item of business is consideration vote to approve the minutes of the March 23rd regular session meeting. You've all had a chance to review those, I hope, and
I'll make a motion to review as written. To approve as written.
motion by Lisa. I'll second it. Second by Jim. Any comments, discussion? Okay. Now, will you call roll, please?
Yes. Alderman Wilson.
Yes.
Mattingly.
Yes.
Solberg.
I wasn't here, so I was.
Okay. Schubert.
Yes.
Richard.
Yes.
Franklin.
I will abstain also.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next item is consideration vote to approve the payment of the girls' treasury report. John?
I move that we pay bills in the amount of $116,520.04.
Motion by John.
I'll second.
Second by Mike. Questions or comments? Okay, now can you call roll, please?
Yes. Alderman Franklin.
Yes.
Richard.
Yes.
Schubert.
Yes.
Mattingly.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Solberg.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, thank you. All right, now is the opportunity for public input, if anybody would like to comment on anything tonight. Okay. We have no old business, so new business. The first item is discussion vote resolution 2026-4 regarding the release of closed session minutes. Mike or John, do you want
We reviewed the minutes that had been in the closed session. I think we released one or two of them, and some of them remain closed. So I guess I would move that we adopt resolution 2026-4.
to, motion by John,
I'll second.
second by Mike. Any discussion, comments? Okay, you call roll.
Alderman Franklin.
Yes.
Richard.
Yes.
Schubert.
Yes.
Solberg.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yes.
Mattingly.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, next item is discussion vote resolution 2026-5, resolution to support the municipal housing authority. You've got a copy of this, and I think I've attached something from the Illinois Municipal League, Brad Cole, and then I followed up with a letter. So the governor, as you know, the governor's wanting to address the housing issues in the state of Illinois. In order to do that, he's proposed some changes in the way we do business, I guess I'll say. And some of it's taken some local control away from us. One of the things that caught my eye was the reduction of lot sizes for communities to allow smaller homes in there. We've already done that. I mean, we did that, last year at some point we did that. And then the other thing is he's addressing parking requirements for housing and apartments and stuff like that. I don't think any of that's gonna affect us. The only thing, and I expressed to the governor's office when I talked to my contact down there, that, you know, I don't think a lot of municipalities want to give up too much local control. And we will still have the building permits will still fall on us, granting those will still fall on us. But it's just some changes they're making. I think it's geared for the larger cities to try to get more housing done. So we've all had a chance to review that, I'm sure. And if I can answer any questions, I'll try to.
But this resolution is saying we would like to leave it like it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm good either way. I mean, I think it's worth having discussion. I just don't think I don't think it's a policy that everybody can adapt to. I think it's gonna have to be case by case on some of that stuff, so.
So we don't necessarily disagree with some of the things they're trying to do,
Right.
it's just, it's not one size fits all.
Right.
Because it
Correct.
works in
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Collier County.
Yeah. So that's where we're at with that. So somebody wants to make a motion to approve resolution number 2026-5.
I'll move we approve resolution 2026-5.
Okay, motion by Mike,
I'll second.
second by, is that Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, will you call roll on that?
Yes, Alderman Richard,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Solberg.
Yes.
Mattingly,
Yeah.
Schubert,
Yes.
Franklin,
Yes,
motion passed.
Okay, thank you. All right, committee reports. I'll go first if my name's on there first. The memory lane's really looking good. The guys got the signs up. They put the Burma shade signs up today. We have a few more touch-ups to do, but it's gonna be looking like red carpet. So, if you see those guys, you might want to compliment them. They really worked hard out there. Speaking of the governor earlier, what concerns me more than the housing thing is the changes he wants to make in the budget that's gonna reduce the amount of money we get from the state. Years ago, when I first got on the council, and I'm trying to, I put it out the wrong one. It's that local use tax, and we were at 10% when I first got on the council. It got reduced somewhere along the line to 6 3/4, and now his proposal is to reduce that by another 0.5%. The effect it's gonna have on us is basically, well, here I found my note, is we're gonna probably lose $8,000 to $10,000 if that happens. And I realize doesn't seem like a lot of money in a big statewide budget, but, you know, we can do a lot for $8,000 in town. So I'm gonna ask you guys to look in that and maybe contact your legislators and see if we can have him take a look at that. I know the Illinois Municipal League and even the Mayor's Association has been working, trying to get that back to the 10%, but it hasn't happened yet. I guess we're not doing too good a job with it, it's dropping every time we ask for it. They have to go back to 10%. So right now it's at 6.7%, it would drop to 6.28% under his proposal. So, let's see what else have I got. No, red carpet's fast approaching. The business is having an event Saturday. I forget what that is called. Do you know?
blue one.
We don't have
Yeah,
any.
they had a good crowd. It kind of looks like.
Yeah, it's nice.
Perfect day.
Yeah. And tomorrow afternoon, I will be attending the McLean County Regional Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee. I've been appointed to be on the steering committee for the comprehensive plan for McLean County. The pavement is poured out on Works Way. They finished the compaction. I think I call it compaction testing, but they wanted where they bore down and then do a compaction testing to see if it'll hold the building, basically, and it passed all that. So,
Soil stability.
Yeah. so it passed that, so that's looking good. So we expect to see some kind of action out there. I've got a meeting set up Wednesday with another potential business, landowner, and contractor. So I'll keep you informed on that. And I think that's all I've got. Please, Mike.
I have nothing else to do.
I will say something real quick, and if we could post something about the golf carts and with spring coming up and the utility vehicles. Tonight I saw families with little kids on there not secured, and that really concerns me. And it's spring, everybody wants to get them out and ride them around a little bit, but we need to keep the kids safe, and it just worries me a little bit. So if you would maybe have Brian.
And remind people that you need to have your driver's license to drive them.
Yeah. Well, basically, they have to abide by the rules of the road. I mean, it's.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Building insurance, Lisa?
I have nothing.
Okay. Finance and TIF, John?
We're continuing to work through the budget, so we've kind of worked through the TIF, police department, general fund, and Main Street. And so we're gonna work on water, sewer, and, street.
Public Works?
Same thing, we'll be working this week
Okay.
on the budget.
Okay, I want to add too real quick that we did secure, I think, 40 some of the street lamps that they're taking down from downtown Wilmington. And I think the only refurbishing they're going to need is probably rewiring, maybe some bulbs on some of them. So we're hoping maybe this fall, even starting down at the park and working our way down Main Street, and replacing some sidewalk. That would be worked in the budget when we get to it. But, and replacing the sidewalks and putting in the street lamps. So I don't know if we'll get them all up this year, but we hope for this before winter, but we'd like to. Okay, that's all I've got.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you have any updates on the carnival?
On what?
Carnival?
I mean, I hate to just say no.
Well, no, it's not.
Yeah, you mean, as far
Are we
as,
having one?
Yes.
Okay.
yes, and I think the dates were posted on Facebook. It's August, no. July? August, I don't know. Yeah, we're having one sometime.
I think it's on our website.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Facebook.
On the city Facebook page?
Do you have a report for the housing meeting that you went to?
It was interesting. I mean, it's grants with DCO. They had one for like grocery stores. Of course, my thing is housing. The gentleman that facilitated that used to work for me. So I had a conversation with him and he's like, you guys need to apply for something. So there was, what else was there? Spence Housing, grocery store. Oh, the opportunity zone, but I don't think we qualify
No,
for that.
not yet. We don't. And it was very informative, but again, you know, and I told Kathy this just before the meeting. They paint that, and it's very, I appreciate the grant and all the help we've got, especially with Group Tool and I from the state. But they paint that as so easy, you know, all you gotta do is apply for a grant. And grants aren't easy to apply for.
Not real, especially.
Yeah, and I stressed at that meeting again, you know, these small towns don't have grant writers on staff, and we either have to write it ourselves, or else we have to hire somebody. And then sometimes, I think the majority of these small towns feel like, we're losing out to the big cities, and they address that, you know, and I said, don't feel that way. Well, it's hard not to, when we apply for grants and we get beat out by the Bloomington Normals and the Jolliettes and Springfield and stuff like that, so.
Because they go by points for enough.
Yeah.
So the more you have, the more points you get. That's why that is.
But it was very informative, and I'm glad they're reaching out and willing to work with us, and I think we left that with a good understanding. If we need help, we can call them and we'll get some answers. So I think it's heading in the right direction. Okay, anybody got anything else? Okay, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn. I'll make the motion. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay. Well, we'll see what kind of reviews and ratings we get.